Welcome back to our channel, Soap Opera Lovers. Today is a beautiful, and we are absolutely buzzing with the latest, juiciest drama from Los Angeles. If you thought the Spencer and Forrester families had seen it all, brace yourselves. We have a massive, jaw-dropping twist to discuss today, and trust me, you do not want to miss a single second of this. Let's be real for a second. The romantic entanglements of the younger generation on the bold and the beautiful are accelerating toward a massive, unavoidable tragedy. Right at the center of this impending doom is the extremely complicated, highly toxic dynamic between Will Spencer, Electra Forrester, and the incredibly mysterious Dylan. As we all know from the recent timeline updates, Electra recently broke Will's heart into a million pieces at the beach house. She firmly dumped him, citing his aggressive Spencer outbursts and that deeply inappropriate, scandalous sofa session he had with Dylan. Will is currently a broken man, emotionally fragile and desperately spiraling into a dark place. Enter Dylan. Dylan has always craved Will, and she has been hovering around him like a moth to a flame. Now it seems she is about to get her twisted fairy tale ending as they allegedly spend a passionate, steamy night together. But here is the kicker: did they actually sleep together? Or is Dylan playing a much darker, far more sinister game? Can you believe it? Dylan might just be pulling the ultimate scam, making Will believe they were intimate when he was completely blacked out from drinking. It is pure madness, and you won't believe what happens next. The rumor mill is completely on fire with whispers that Dylan is going to announce she is pregnant with Will's baby. But let's pause and really analyze this situation with a critical eye. Is Dylan actually pregnant? We know she is a master manipulator. She arrived in town hiding her true background, lying to the woman who raised her about being homeless just to cover up her actual circumstances. This is a woman who is desperate, cornered, terrified of losing her grip, and driven by a ruthless gold-digging desire to sink her claws into the Spencer wealth. If she announces a pregnancy, we have every reason to suspect it might be a complete phantom pregnancy. This would be a desperate, terrifying trap designed to force Will into committing to her. She knows Will is honorable and would never abandon his own child. By faking a pregnancy, she secures her place in the luxurious Spencer mansion and guarantees herself a lifetime of wealth and status. But what if she actually is pregnant and the baby isn't Will's at all? This is where the plot twist becomes absolutely legendary and turns the entire canvas upside down. To truly understand the gravity of what Dylan might be attempting, we have to look back at the rich, dramatic history of the bold and the beautiful. Longtime fans, do you remember the infamous Amber Moore and Liam Spencer storyline from over a decade ago? Because I am getting massive déjà vu right now. Back in 2011, Amber Moore pulled the exact same diabolical stunt. She got Liam Spencer completely intoxicated, staged a fake hookup, and then claimed she was carrying the Spencer heir. Amber was doing a massive gold-digging plot to get her hands on the Spencer family's endless money. And how did Dollar Bill Spencer react to this? He was so infuriated, so violently opposed to this manipulative gold digger trapping his son, that he literally moved Amber into a cliffside house with a notoriously unstable balcony, secretly hoping she would plummet to her demise. That is the level of danger you face when you try to trap a Spencer man with a fake baby. Eventually, the truth came out that Amber's baby, Rosie, actually belonged to Marcus Forrester, not Liam. History is absolutely repeating itself here. Dylan is using the exact same playbook that Amber Moore used, but she might be vastly underestimating just how deadly the consequences can be when you mess with Bill Spencer. Now, let's dive into a wild, mind-blowing theory that has been keeping me awake at night. What if Dylan is actually pregnant, but the father is not Will Spencer at all? What if the father is R.J. Forrester? Just think about the sheer chaos this would cause across Los Angeles. RJ is currently trying to romance Electra after her bitter breakup with Will, completely ignoring the furious threats from his grandfather, Electra Forrester, who wants to fire them both for engaging in a workplace romance. But what if, before all this corporate drama, RJ and Dylan had a secret, off-screen encounter? Or what if they share a moment of weakness in the very near future? If Dylan ends up pregnant with RJ's baby but passes it off as Will's to get access to Bill Spencer's billions, the fallout would be catastrophic. It would tie the Forrester and Spencer families together in the most toxic, explosive way imaginable. Electra would be absolutely devastated to learn that her new love interest, RJ, fathered a child with her former best friend Dylan. The betrayal would be multi-layered, tearing apart friendships, romances, and corporate alliances all at once. I personally think this would be a brilliant, messy twist that would cement Dylan as one of the greatest modern villains on the daytime soap opera landscape. But Dylan is making one fatal miscalculation in her grand scheme. She is completely ignoring the wrath of Katie Logan and Bill Spencer. You do not mess with Katie's son and expect to walk away unscathed? Katie is a warrior who has survived severe heart issues, transplants, and endless family betrayals. She is already highly suspicious of Dylan. She has seen right through Dylan's innocent school teacher facade and knows there is something deeply unsettling about her past. And when Katie teams up with Dollar Bill Spencer, it is officially game over for anyone standing in their way. We know from our internal timelines that Bill and Katie are currently unleashing the full power of Spencer Publications' investigative resources to dig into Dylan's past. They are going to uncover her secret marriage, her hidden child, and her entire web of disgusting lies. When Bill finds out that Dylan is trying to pull an Amber Moore-style trap on his youngest son, his reaction will be nuclear. We are talking about the man who covered up hit and runs and blew up buildings. Bill will demand multiple DNA tests. He will hire the best doctor to illustrate this so-called pregnancy. And if he discovers that Dylan is faking it or carrying another man's child, I wouldn't put it past Bill to orchestrate a deadly accident to remove Dylan from the canvas permanently. I am absolutely terrified for Dylan, but at the same time, I cannot wait to see Bill go full Dollar Bill on her. And where does this leave poor Will Spencer? My heart absolutely breaks for him. Will is already in a deeply vulnerable, fragile state. He is crushed, hopeless, and acting out on his aggressive Spencer nature. He carries the heavy burden of the Spencer name, but he also has the deep emotional sensitivity of his mother, Katie. He is highly sensitive to lies because he grew up watching his parents constantly manipulate each other. He is currently drinking heavily to numb the agonizing pain of losing Electra. If Dylan successfully manipulates him into believing he drunkenly slept with her and got her pregnant, the guilt will consume him alive. Will is a good guy at heart. He will feel completely obligated to stand by Dylan, sacrificing his own happiness and any chance of a future reconciliation with Electra. But the psychological toll will be immense. The pressure of a forced relationship, combined with his lingering heartbreak over Electra, is a ticking time bomb. The emotional weight on Will could lead to a horrific, fatal drunk driving accident. Imagine the sheer tragedy if Will, overwhelmed by the stress of Dylan's fake pregnancy and his parents' vicious war against her, gets behind the wheel and causes a fatal crash. The guilt would destroy him forever, and it would all trace back to Dylan's selfish, manipulative lies. Let's zoom out for a moment and look at how this massive lie will impact the rest of the canvas. If Dylan's pregnancy scam is exposed, the shockwaves will hit Forrester Creations like a massive earthquake. Electra, who is already facing the terrifying threat of termination from Electra Forrester, will feel incredibly vindicated but also deeply traumatized by how close she came to being tied to Dylan's absolute madness. Eric Forrester's tyrannical grip on the company might tighten even further. He already hates workplace drama, and Dylan's actions will only prove his point that personal lives have no place in the office. This could push RJ and Electra completely out of Forrester Creations, forcing them to defect to the rival Logan fashion house. Brooke Logan is already declaring a vicious war on Forrester to protect her son RJ, and Katie is building a massive fashion empire with Hope. Dylan's lies could be the ultimate catalyst that completely fractures the Forrester family and elevates the Logans to the absolute top of the fashion world. It is absolutely incredible how one woman's selfish lie can reshape the entire corporate and personal landscape of Los Angeles. I have to say, part of me absolutely loves watching a villain scheme, but Dylan is playing way out of her league here. She is treating the Spencer family like a personal ATM, completely underestimating the emotional intelligence of Will and the ruthless, cutthroat cunning of his parents. Dylan's downfall is not just a possibility, it is an absolute, unavoidable certainty. The only question is how much collateral damage she will cause before she is finally exposed. Will Wyatt Spencer, who has his own tragic history with deceptive women like Sally Spectra and Flo Fulton, step in to save his little brother? Wyatt has the deep cynicism and the investigative skills to see right through Dylan's innocent act. I predict that Wyatt will be the one to find the definitive proof that Dylan's pregnancy is a sham, presenting it to Will in a heartbreaking, tear-filled confrontation. Dylan will be left with absolutely nothing. No Will, no Spencer money, no career at Forrester Creations, and nowhere to hide. She will be cast out, completely ruined by her own insatiable greed and endless deception. This entire storyline is a brilliant masterclass in classic soap opera storytelling. The fake pregnancy scheme is a beloved staple of daytime television, but the bold and the beautiful always finds a way to make it feel incredibly fresh, dangerous, and emotionally devastating. By tying Dylan's actions to the legendary history of Amber Moore, the writers are beautifully rewarding longtime viewers who remember the rich history of the show. It creates a profound sense of continuity and raises the stakes to unimaginable heights, because we know exactly how far Bill Spencer is willing to go to protect his bloodline. I absolutely love it when the show digs deep into its archives and brings back these legacy themes. It makes the current drama feel so much more impactful and grounded in reality. Dylan is walking in the footsteps of soap opera giants, but unlike Amber, who always had a bizarre kind of survivor's luck, Dylan feels like a tragic character destined for a spectacular, explosive end. So, what do we all think is going to happen next? Will Dylan successfully trap Will with a fake pregnancy, or will she actually be carrying RJ's baby? Will Dollar Bill Spencer uncover the ugly truth before Will makes the biggest, most devastating mistake of his entire life? And will this entire messy, toxic situation push Will into a fatal downward spiral that he can never recover from? I am literally on the edge of my seat waiting to see how this incredible drama plays out. I personally think Dylan is going to fake the entire thing, but the universe will punish her by having her actual secret husband show up in Los Angeles to expose her to the entire world. But I want to hear from all of you. Drop your craziest theories in the comments below. Do you think Dylan is pregnant? Do you think Will is the father? And how far do you think Bill Spencer will go to destroy her? Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on all the juicy drama from the bold and the beautiful. Until next time, stay bold and stay beautiful.
What do you guys think about today's drama? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for your daily dose of bold and beautiful news. See you in the next video.